Yo, 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 yo. We are back. The boys are back, Assassin 4. I hope some of y'all was able to enjoy the finals more than some of us on this on this episode right now. But as we saw, Boston handling business, defeating the Dallas Mavs in 5. But to everything, let's introduce the panel. Let me go to my boy Cino. How's it going, man?
I might wear black for a year straight.
Dave, what's good with you, man?
Man, what's poppin', y'all? What's good with it?
My boy BT.
What's good, man?
But yeah, man, let's not forget we got a special guest today. Well, in my special cameras today, because I know he already gonna come with that BS right now. But it is what it is. His team got the chip. Welcome to our show, our boy Malachi, one of our biggest Celtics fans that we know out here. How you doing, my boy?
It's been a long time coming. To be right here on this mountaintop again, but it feels good to rock all my green again. You know what I mean? And not have to wear that black. Green and black in Boston all day.
Yeah.
So look, man, we just gonna get this joint out the way. Malachi, this your time. Don't waste too much time of it.
You got 2 minutes.
Go ahead.
I was
Get
gonna
your
get
victory lap in, man.
Oh, he got 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds.
No. All I want to say is I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. You know what I mean? I had to pull this out there. The archives. 17. You dig back in the day. That's how long ago it was. You dig that we won a championship. You dig we printed on T-shirts. The Boston Herald. I got. You know what I mean? So it's just been a long time coming for us to really be here. Tatum, JB, they shut up all the haters. What they can do now is nothing else. We won. We got to do it again next year, yo. And that's my time to land my plane on that, yo.
That's all.
That's it. That's
it.
That's it. You did
That's
all
enough.
that.
That's enough.
Hey, no, we're good. We good. We good. We are good.
What more you want
We
me to
are
say?
good.
Look.
We are good.
We are
That man
good.
said,
We are good.
Lakers fans, all these Mavs fans came out of the woodworks talking about Mavs in 5, Mavs in 6, Mavs in 7. No one picked the Celtics. Come on, I mean, what I mean.
I ain't gonna hold y'all, bro. That video the Boston Celtics put out though, when everybody picking Dallas, that shit was cold.
Oh yeah,
bro. That shit was cold.
Yeah.
I respect it. That's the type of petty I love, so I respect that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know why people started off like that. It's as if Boston didn't play nobody. Everybody was hurt. It's
well, everybody
play who we can play.
I mean, it was the truth. It was. That's the truth, though.
It's the truth, though, man. Like, okay, first round, Jimmy Butler hurt. Second round, Donovan Mitchell, Jared Allen hurt. Conference finals, Tyrese Halliburton hurt game 3 and game 4. NBA finals. That's the only team that you played that was healthy.
But
I can't choose who I play. That's the thing. I play who I play ahead of me.
I mean, that's true. That's true. I mean, there's other teams in NBA history that faced teams that had injuries. So
yeah,
you play who's in front of you, but you can't deny the fact that maybe things will be a little bit different. Maybe the same result, but a little bit different.
But at the same point in time, if the West is the greater of the conferences, we played the Dallas Mavericks, who are the champs.
No, you can't run that. I'm gonna have to step in. You can't run that one. You had a 10-game lead, at least a 10-game lead on the next highest total win team from the season. Come on now, that's a title that should have been won no matter what.
Of course, but when everyone discrediting who we played to get there, it's like we can only play who's in the East. We can't play West teams to get to the finals. We can only play East teams. So then we get to the West and play.
Yeah, I just don't need y'all to. I just don't need y'all I just need you to understand. Pacers was never really real contending shit. Like we gonna give y'all got
during the
regular Nuggets
season,
joint.
That Denver Nuggets shit. Where it's like, oh, y'all counted us out. I don't want to hear that. Because that was a ring that should have been won. Yeah, nobody didn't want y'all to win, but that's a ring that should have been won. It wasn't like it was no bullshit where it was like, oh my God, how did Boston get here? It was one of those things we knew Boston was coming out the East. We literally said that the entire year. If Boston don't come out the East, there's something wrong.
It's the fucking problem. Yeah.
I'm about to say, Malachi, you should have popped your shit more because even though we saying that your team was should have won, I mean, y'all, this is the opportunity to pop your shit, man. I pop my shit.
Look,
like when I win my championships, I pop my shit. So I was hoping that
what I'm saying is, look, we did what we needed to do to get where we were. There was a lot of things that we had to correct. I ain't gonna hold you. Every year it was something else that we was like, well, damn, fuck. And so I ain't gonna hold you as a Celtic fan until the clock was 0-0. I was still on edge, even on the last game, game 5, just last night. I was like, damn, yo.
You was on
we
edge
up by 20. We up by 20 in the fourth quarter.
You was on edge last night.
We have lost games in the regular season, even the last year, up by 20, up by 30, and gave games away.
Okay, I get that.
And
Game
so,
3, I get that.
When you're a Celtic fan, you've been one like consistently. I'm talking like way back when we had your boy, what's his name, Kemba, Kyrie the first time, even little Isaiah Thomas roaming around here, yo. It was one of those year after year.
Come on, man.
My man was roaming.
That nigga did work for y'all. That nigga did work for y'all until he
roaming around
hurt his hip, and Danny Ainge didn't want to pay, bro. Danny Ainge didn't want to pay him because he got hurt, bro. He put y'all on.
You talking about Isaiah?
Hey, it's an ugly business. Hey, it's an ugly business. I ain't paying for no short and busted hip ass player either, bro. Like, what you mean? Hey, it's a dirty business, bro. What you mean? Hey, it's shicey. It's shicey out here, but hey, I can't blame Boston for doing that to IT. I'm sorry. I can't blame him, man.
We started that whole revolving door of point guard, Joe, and so it was like, well, damn, when we gonna get somebody that's gonna stick and really be a good fit? You know what I mean? And so,
all right, fuck all this, because now I'm about to ask the important questions. Fuck all this. I'm about to ask the important questions.
What's up?
Is Jaylen Brown officially off the trading block? Because y'all been trying to trade this nigga for 5 years now. Is he officially off the trading block?
Yes, 100%. 100%. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere.
That would have been a nasty agenda.
Thank God.
That would have been a nasty agenda. You get a contract on one off season.
Nah, he ain't going nowhere, yo.
And niggas still want you out of here? That would have been nasty. Oh my God.
If anything, if anything, Porzingis might go before JB does. Keep it a buck with you. Because
but yeah.
Injury prone.
JB should be a lifer now. JB should be a lifer at this point.
Definitely.
He's
but every time y'all lost, JB was in a trade machine within the next hour though. That was what's fucked up about y'all for real. Every time y'all lose a game, that man was in a trade machine meme on Instagram, Twitter, wherever, within the next hour. I was like, God damn, trade for who? How many picks? But why? Like, yo, it was tough for your boy.
At the same point in time, I think too, it was some of the internal stuff too, because he didn't really get along with your boy Kyrie at the time, and some of the other players, Marcus Smart too, rubbed these young guys the wrong way. You got to think when these guys got in the league, they were young, yo. Like Tatum and Brown came back a year apart, you know what I mean? And they're young, and you got a guy like Kyrie coming up in there talking and stuff, Smart. Getting up on them. And so it was a lot of tension. These boys just trying to grow. But you got to remember back in 2012 when we got the draft picks to pick these boys up, it was one of those where they were already a playoff team when we got Tatum and Brown, yo. It wasn't like they going from the bottom to the top. It was we already here. So they had to groom themselves and try to figure out where they fit. So Brown, sometimes cats didn't get the light-skin privilege like Tatum did. Let's just call it a buck. Your boy Tatum, he on every commercial. He's on every little sneaker deal you got right there. Everywhere you see him and his kid all the time. I'm like, dang, does Lil Deuce play on the team too? Because you see him more than JB, and he play on the team. You know what I mean? And so we like, dang, the media calls that divide.
That's the mascot.
Am I lying, yo? After every game, they picking up Lil Deuce. Lil Deuce high-fiving. He like the little mascot for the team. Boy ain't getting paid. They pimping the little little boy out every chance they get.
Hell, he was in the team picture.
You see what I'm
He was in the
saying?
team. He was in the team picture
Yes,
with the
sir.
trophy. I was like, "Hey, fam."
Hey, but Malachi, I see it like this though. Let's go back to when y'all got Kyrie and Gordon Hayward. Y'all had like Terry Rozier.
And you had Terry Rozier on the team too.
Yeah, all that. Okay, that season, Gordon Hayward gets hurt first game, and then Kyrie Irving eventually gets hurt. And then with Tatum and Brown and Rozier, y'all make a run to the conference finals. Almost beat LeBron in Game 7, right? And then the next year, everybody comes back healthy. The problem with that was that Kyrie and Gordon Hayward was like, nah, y'all should take a back seat because we're back healthy. And it was just kind of just too much dysfunction that happened that year. Y'all lost in the second round to Milwaukee that following season. And then after that was, I think, when y'all traded Kyrie.
Let me speak to that. That season you talking about when Kyrie came back and Hayward, because Hayward lost. I mean, at the first play of that doggone season, Hayward
tore up his leg. Yeah,
Done was done. And so it was one of those when Hayward was out. That's when Jason Tatum got in and he played a lot more. You know what I mean? And then the next season when Hayward got back, it was Brad Stevens was still there as our coach. It was too many mouths to feed on that team in terms of who's going to shoot the ball, who's going to be that guy. You got Brown at 3 in the draft, a lottery pick. You got Tatum at 3, a lottery pick. And so they're on the bench. Or I mean, it's one of those who's gonna be that guy here. And Kyrie wasn't the Kyrie you just see in Dallas. He was a younger, a little more immature Kyrie that really didn't know how to manage personalities and lead a team. He was I'm Kyrie. I got a sneaker deal, yo. I got a movie that just came out, yo. I'm Mr. Drew. You know what I'm saying? And it was one of those like that persona got to his head more than a team. I'm a sacrifice for the better good. And so that's why that experiment didn't work. And then that's why it was a lot of clashes because it's like, Kyrie, yo, you over here isolating yourself from the whole team. And there were times during the season where he didn't even talk to people, yo. He wouldn't even interact. People didn't really know what he was doing out off the court. And then he come to practice late and stuff like that. So he caused some of that dysfunction amongst our players too when he was here. And he know that. That's why, you know, 1 minute he wanted to be in Boston, next minute he wanted to be out, and then he go to the Nets. And so I just think that people don't give credit to Tatum and Brown just growing and maturing. It's like they got thrown in the spotlight, especially when Kyrie was there, and then Brad Stevens got this whole super team together. Now we're always expected to win, and they're not expected to grow like the Warriors did under Mark Davis. You know what I mean? It was like they had to grow to a certain point, but we didn't get that grace with Tatum and Brown. That's why you always see them. Cats gotten tired of seeing them, but they grew in front of your eyes because of where they were positioned based upon that trade back for KG and Paul Pierce show. So you're thrown in that spotlight. Now you always see them.
I'll give Boston's front office this. They didn't make a panic move because after you've been knocking on the door, you go to the conference finals in 17 and 18 and 2020 in the bubble, got to the conference finals, then you get to the finals in 22 and you lose to the Warriors in 6, and then last year you lose in the conference. It could have been easy to be like, okay, this just isn't going to work, but instead it seemed like Brad Stevens in the front office doubled down. You trade Marcus Smart, you bring in Jrue Holiday, who's a better overall fit for what Tatum and Brown need from a point guard. You bring in Porzingis, who gives you more versatility in your lineup. Pretty much you can run 5 out with Porzingis. You have to guard 5 people at all times. Which makes Boston really hard.
And you know what?
Like
you know what's crazy, T? And you know, not to, you know, it's crazy. Marcus Smart wasn't even traded for Jrue. That was involved with that Porzingis deal.
Yeah,
they only got Jrue. They only got Jrue because fucking Milwaukee tricked off and thought they thought Jrue was just going to sit in Portland and just going to be like in the abyss and just going to be forgotten. And of course, Boston was going to be like, hell yeah, like for Robert Williams and all whoever the fuck they traded for. Because we all know Boston only does one-sided trade, but Boston only do one-sided trades. Like if Boston does a trade with you, you know you're getting hosed.
Yeah, you
So
know
don't
you know you're gonna lose that.
so don't expect anything good back when you. So when the fact that I was like, Milwaukee really tried, think they sent Drew somewhere wild, man, and no less than like how many days? What it took, like a day or two for that Drew trade to pop off.
5 days, within 5
Something like
days,
that, within a week.
within 5 days.
Yep.
Yeah.
Boy
And
got
that's
traded
what's
like
still
on a
the deal
Monday,
right
and they
there.
picked him up by Thursday.
Like,
Because at the time, like we knew Drew Holiday, like was gonna like when the news of him like either like getting bought out from Portland, we knew he was either gonna end up in Miami or some or Boston or somewhere on a competitive team in the East, and that's just how it went down. Like Brad Stevens reformed the team around Tatum and Brown to put shooters like Hauser and Pritchard around them, and they bought into analytics ball, and it worked. It worked for them. I don't see it working year after year, but this year it worked.
You know what's crazy? It was the ownership after that finals loss. Actually, really last year too, that said we don't want to bring back the same team as we did last year. We have to do something different. And he went to Brad Stevens and said, "Dude, you got to do something different because we keep knocking on the door and getting close, but we can't even break through." And so that was a challenge from the ownership to Brad Stevens to say, like, you're going to have to make it up, dude, because we don't want to bring back the same team we did last year. So we're not getting nowhere. We just keep turning our wheels. And so that's why he went out and did some drastic trades to get rid of some pieces. And I know Marcus Smart was great, heart and soul of the team, whatever. But, I mean, we upgraded with Drew Holiday because he's more of a do-it-all Willis, more of a
he was
utility guy,
better.
what he called himself.
He's better
he
than Marcus
was
Smart.
better.
Yeah.
I mean, absolutely. He played more consistent defense than Marcus Smart. He can score more consistent than Marcus Smart, and he can protect and hold on to the ball and distribute it a lot better than Marcus Smart. And he's cutting. He's doing a lot more of those little things that you normally don't see from Smart. Smart used to just sit at the top or in the corner and wait for a three. It's like, come on, dude. You got to do a little bit more than just sit around the arc all day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think the reason why the analytics ball won because Boston was just so elite on defense because really Dallas actually didn't do a bad job defending Boston. They only held them to 101 points. In today's NBA, that's pretty good. But their offense couldn't really perform up to what they usually perform to. That's because when you have a Drew Holiday, a Derek White, Jason Tatum, and Jaylen Brown that you can throw at Kyrie and Luka, because actually Dallas was actually the perfect matchup for Boston because Dallas doesn't have really a big that you could exploit Porzingis being out or older Al Horford, like maybe a Minnesota or Denver. Really, they're a wing-oriented team. I mean, Lively and Gafford are solid, but they can't punish you with mismatches in the paint. And with Porzingis out, it didn't really matter versus Dallas because you focused on Kyrie, you focused on Luka, and Dallas. I'm not having that third guy that can consistently create or score. That's what really did them in. But I think the reason why the analytics ball eventually won out for the first time ever is because they were so elite on the defensive end, and they have been all year. We could say what we want about Boston. They had an easy path all about, but you just look at the numbers. They were top 2 in offense and top 2 in defense.
Yep.
They were dominant from start to finish.
Yep.
We would have liked to see them with a little bit more comp, but I think they would have won the championship regardless. If guys have been healthy, I think it would have been a lot tougher. Maybe a team pushes into a 7-game, but when you have that, when you defend at that level, it's very hard to beat.
Yeah, but that's all we felt about Boston for the past 3 seasons. Especially when like Ime made that leap with them in the second half of that first time they made it to the finals. It's like you saw like the defense was there, so it was like can you do something more than that analytical bullshit? Like, cause it's just not working. Like y'all have tremendously cold games, but when they picked up Drew, when they picked up Porzingis, And I feel like Drew was the more important piece. Drew knows how to control a game. He knows when it's like, okay, something's not working. We're not just going to continue doing the same shit over and over again. Like, we're going to do something different. And he's going to cut and do stuff like that. So that, like, yeah, the injuries play a part, but I knew they shoot, like we said, Boston should have made out the East. And what we say all year, it really wasn't what they alluded to in the earlier episode. Who's going to defeat Boston was Boston. Because just like last year, when they went down 3-0 to the Miami Heat, they shouldn't have been down that 3 games already because they were the better team. Y'all just tricked off 3 games in a row for no
and I think
reason at all because of that analytical ball.
Not to cut you off, Dre, but I think
this year y'all was.
My fault, you going in and out. I think one thing about Boston, like I told you, these guys are young, yo. So with Udoka, it got to that point where when they went to that finals that year in 22, halfway through the season, Udoka got in the ass and was like, "Look, I mean, y'all gonna ball, y'all gonna buy into the system or not, yo?" And so after they bought into what his philosophy was and what he was trying to do, that's when they took off, and that's when they made it to the finals that year. Same thing with last year when we were in the Eastern Conference Finals, yo, and tricked off all these games, and then they actually finally bought into Missoula's system. That's when they started winning those games. It was like are we going to truly just buy in and see what happens? Because they were just a little hard-headed, like, we're going to just play our one ISO game. Because every time they get out of what the team philosophy is in terms of the game plan, they go back to that ISO game. When Tatum get up there on the top of the key, start doing this little dribble, and then this little step side over 3 that we always be like, bro, that ain't go in like that. I don't know why you keep on shooting that shot. But they go back to those little, it's just me versus one-on-one ball. And even this season, Missoula had a full year, and they really bought into doing it the right way. Even their whole saying this year was do whatever it takes for however long it takes, yo, throughout the whole playoffs, throughout the whole season, because it went back to just grinding it out, sacrificing, and doing the little things well, yo. But it took them buying into the game plan and scheme and philosophy of Missoula. Because last year I was like, Missoula, bro, you ain't a good coach. You coached like 2 years in college, JUCO. What are you doing here, yo? But Brad Stevens handpicked his boy to be on Udoka's staff that year, yo. He's the only one that stayed, and they rest is history, yo. You know what I mean?
I feel like if the situation with Ime Udoka didn't happen, like I feel like a championship was going to come to Boston at some point. It's just freaky ass niggas need to stay their ass inside. I'm disappointed in Ime, but
all-time fumble.
Oh man!
Crazy.
You want to talk about fumbling at the 1 yard line? Fumble at the 1 yard line, my boy.
I don't know, man. Like Kendrick said, the devil is a lie. He has 69 God, man. But what was, I know, like Boston won and everything, but the frustrating part about watching them is that I feel like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown could be like mid-range kings, man. I feel like they could be like mid-range, like they could just be like
lighten it up
from the mid-range, bro. Like,
you asking too much, Dave. You asking too much. Jalen still don't have a left hand yet, but he still got that Finals MVP, so it don't matter.
I mean, you can set him on the right.
Yes.
You can sit him right on the right.
Yeah, I'm about to say you can right, paint him on the left.
Drive to the right. Hit your left hand.
Hey, no, BT, what you say? No, so whoever said this man really won Finals MVP while having a left hand, bro. Y'all cold. Y'all crazy as hell for that shit, man.
Nah, that's a testament to that man's game, though. Niggas can't stop him.
No, because I just think about that McDonald's meme when it was like broke ass nigga versus empowerment bro. From last year's they was going in on Jalen shit, bro. I was like, damn, son. But man, that's crazy, yo.
But Jalen, yeah, he ain't got no left hand, and we knew this.
No, he don't.
His handles was trash. These last few years, he'll be driving to the hole and he'll be kicking the ball off his foot and he fumbling the ball every time he's driving. We were like, damn, dude, you don't need to be driving no more if you don't know how to handle the ball. If somebody just love tap you and you just fumbling the ball out of bounds every time, and then they go to the hole like wet tissue paper and just too soft finger roll, and it's like, yo, get in there, yo. And so it's frustrating. These last few years, to see Jaylen Brown, just his handles look like he in a circus show, like juggling balls. Pause. You know what I mean?
That's crazy.
At some point, you're asking for it.
Hey, that's correct.
At some point, you're asking.
Hey, that's crazy. Yo,
you tripping, dog? You tripping?
Hey, yo, that's crazy.
Well, I forgot what I was about to say.
Hey, nah, I gotta give you a flagrant. I gotta give you a check on that one, bro.
Dave, what a red card at, man. We didn't even give him a yellow card.
We're in the wrong season.
Man, I don't even
We're in
have
the
it,
wrong
bro. I just got a
sport, man. I got my flags on me, bro.
I need a red. I need a yellow.
I got the flags
You
on
gotta
me.
put him in the penalty box.
Yeah.
Penalty box, bro.
The penalty box.
Boy, you wilding out,
man.
man. Sheesh. Nigga said.
BT losing his cool over there, bro.
Oh, no, BT is surprisingly, well, not surprisingly, but BT is called. I thought BT would be like, man, fuck all this shit. I thought I'd hear more of that from BT right now.
Nah, I'm letting my dog cook, man. It's his day, bro. If it was like 2 days after, then I'm like, all right, man. But it's the day after. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
Let my dog
yo.
cook.
Yeah. I appreciate that, yo.
No doubt,
It's
bro.
been a long time coming, real talk, yo.
Yeah, bro.
It's still trying to set in because it was we trick off so many games, but when you fall on a team year after year, yo, and they just the talent is there, and they just keep tricking off, not being focused, playing a hero ball, and then keep shooting threes all the time. You got Marcus Smart doing the whole J.R. Smith rendition of what are you doing? This dude right here, you know what I mean? Every year.
Hey, I mean,
I don't think they was playing hero ball.
Hey,
They was playing magician ball.
you can preach to us. You can preach to us about tricking off all you want. We're Panthers fans. We know all about that, bro.
Yes.
It's frustrating, and then when they actually make it, it's like, dang, bro.
This ain't football season.
Not yet.
I ain't ready to stress out about it.
I ain't gonna stress. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's beside the point.
But it's just frustrating, yo. And so when you finally get there, you're excited, but you're like, man, yo, y'all have to get blown out like that in Game 4, though. I mean, I know you might want to win at home, but that looked like the old Celtics over there. No effort, just being out there just for the sake. I mean, it's almost as if y'all threw the game just to go back home. But we don't want to say that. We can't.
I still say y'all better than the Warriors in 22, bro.
They were better.
Yeah,
They
They were better.
It was just experience, bro.
Yeah.
We were, but JT didn't show up. Jaylen Brown showed up, but Tatum was like
they play
ghost.
magician ball. They play magician ball. Now you see me, now you don't. I see
you know what though?
Quarter, second half, you gone.
Speaking to JT though, man, I gotta give this man his props, man.
And our center was hurt. Robert Williams was hurt
he was
that
hurt.
season as well. You know what I mean? And
How y'all got rid of him was nasty.
Nobody
too.
really behind him.
Nasty. But nah, I gotta give JT his props, man. Not because it's on the court, but because it's off the court, bro.
Shout out to him.
This man got
there it is,
bro.
Hey,
respect to JT, bro. Respect to that man for that.
He might miss on the court, but
this
off
man
the
winning
court,
on and off the court.
Baby, Buddha.
This man winning on and off the court.
I ain't mad at it.
Me neither.
Not at all. No, sir. Yo, you know what's crazy? Your boy kept that hush so long, yo. It was like, yo, where's she at? You ain't heard nothing from her. Now she popping up at the Celtic game with this big old Tatum jersey on. We like, wait a minute. Yo, no wonder why you been MIA.
Nah, he was running propaganda. He was running propaganda once again. He was waiting for them to win so he could do the announcement. It's propaganda.
Okay.
Hey, but you know why he held it in? You know why he didn't say nothing about it though? Because he knew some of these other players who said the same shit that KG said to Carmelo back in the playoffs.
That's true.
Back in the day.
That's true.
He didn't want to say. He didn't want to say. Yeah,
I
want that.
I think we'll say that in today's league. I really don't think it's too many people that's gonna say those shit like that.
Not too many.
Not in today's league.
There's
Draymond.
The only
was
person.
saying-
Draymond,
yeah.
I don't think Draymond would
Maybe
say it.
Beverly
I think
might say it.
Draymond just swinging.
That nigga,
Beverly might say it.
Beverly, that nigga,
Beverly will.
Yeah,
And
Pat
then-
Bell probably would.
that
Yeah,
nigga that he played for the Pacers. That guy that like knows like Taekwondo or some shit.
Lance Stevenson? No, that's not
Johnson.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
James Johnson?
That's a hood. Yeah, that's a
Nah,
hood motherfucker.
He definitely would
Yeah.
say it.
Yeah, that's a hood motherfucker.
Yeah, he definitely would say
Yeah.
it.
Hey, Jimmy Butler would have said something if he would have played too, bro. You know
Nah,
what I mean?
Jimmy likes snow bunnies. Jimmy likes snow
Oh.
bunnies.
It's a lot of them.
Jimmy trying to knock down Cam Brink.
Oh, really?
Oh, that's crazy.
That's
Damn,
nasty.
why come back? Why come back to some crazy shit? Never mind. Let me hop back off, man. Nah.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me.
I started that talking.
The hell going on
Oh,
here?
how you doing?
But nah, Jimmy a wild cat, man.
Yeah.
Can't trust that man. Can't trust him.
So Malachi, how long do you think this core group of Celtics can stay together? Do you see another? Okay, I think I know the answer to this
Well,
question.
can I add some context to this? The Celtics
go
are
ahead.
they're already a second apron team, so they got about a good 2-3 year window after this season, but they're gonna have to really pay to keep this team together. I don't know how much ownership is gonna be willing to pay. When we start getting that second apron, it's gonna get very interesting. Plus,
They got
Tatum's
Drew
contract's
locked
coming
up already though.
Yeah,
They got Drew locked up. They got
True.
Brown
I
locked
think
up.
it's gonna
Tatum
depend
next
on how the
They draft.
the TV deal goes. It's gonna depend on how the TV deal goes whenever those contracts go. However much it goes up, because if it goes up a lot, it's gonna help them out when it comes to that second threshold. Honestly, they may fall under the first threshold, so it's just gonna depend.
I think as well, we don't know how long Horford is going to be on the team. He's touching right now what $20 million, 25. And so it's one of those where Jaylen Brown is already locked up. Your boy Jason Tatum gonna get a contract this summer. Okay. Drew Holiday just got a 4-year extension on his. Other person we got to pay now is Derek White. Whether we pay him and he stay, I mean, I don't see us letting him go, depending on how much you want
can't let him go.
to negotiate.
No, you can't let
Not let him go.
I'm just saying we fucked up his teeth. And we can't just let him go like that. You know what I mean? But outside of that, I think we need another piece behind Horford and Porzingis, because Xavier Tillman, I was a big candidate of your boy when he came out of Memphis, but he was getting cooked out there, yo. And so, I mean, cooked. I mean, and then Cornette ain't got much of a game to keep it a buck with you. And so I don't mind getting rid of Cornette and getting somebody that's a little more versatile than Cornette, because we just need a little more versatility, because we put too much on Horford at 38 years old. You know what I mean? I mean, we were playing him like he was fresh out of college, like a Lively, yo, with the minutes, with the switches, with the, just really being there and being aggressive in intensity level. So we just need somebody to pick up that slack so we can preserve more of Horford's body as he goes on, because he's going to be like Udonis Haslem over there on the bench just chilling. You know what I mean? So to answer your initial question, I think we got at least a solid 2-year window, maybe even 3, to win at least 2 or 3 more. Hopefully.
I'll say
more.
this.
Hopefully.
Since you mentioned Al Horford, him getting older, and you mentioned some of the other bigs, I think Philadelphia is a team to watch out for Boston, just because of the big man. And I think Boston's going to, at some point, try to add a little more like rim protection. I mean, Porzingis can protect the rim, but he's a skinny guy. He can't do nothing with Joel. And we know
Nope.
Philadelphia has cap space, and we know the last time that Boston played Philadelphia, we won 7 games, and Philadelphia really should have won that series, but James Harden was a no-show and
Yeah.
the most. But Philadelphia is a
Really
team I think. Yeah, Philadelphia is a team I think to watch out for if you're Boston, is because Joel Embiid, if when he's healthy, is such a dominant force that he can kind of cancel out Brown, Tatum, and some of the other guards just because Embiid's that dominant when he's 85, 90, 100%, and then you add in possibly a Paul George, a Jimmy Butler, Brandon Ingram, or whoever they decide to add with their cap space. They're not. I feel like Philadelphia won't be afraid of Boston as good as Boston is. They're the one team that, because they have that big man that can create such a mismatch for Boston. And also, I think the Knicks are a team to watch out for. But New York, OG and
New York.
not happy with the offer that the Knicks offered him. So that's something to watch out for. I don't care about the Knicks. I hope they go back to winning shit. Those are really two teams that really.
So we can hold on. So we giving up on Milwaukee? We giving up on Milwaukee?
Nah,
Yes.
I'm not.
No,
I'm
yes.
I'm not.
I'm not giving up on them, but
because it
it's Twin Livers, bro. It's Doc Rivers.
Doc Rivers, man. It's Doc Rivers, bro.
Damn.
Look at my face.
Y'all putting Alvin's face in Doc Rivers, yo. I mean, Doc Rivers ain't
No,
won
I'm
since
not.
08. I mean,
I forgot about him.
your boy went to like
Glenn
3
Rivers,
different teams since he
So
left Boston.
are we putting Indiana over Milwaukee?
I'm not doing that. Just on talent alone, I'm not doing that.
No.
I'm not doing
I
that.
would put Indiana over Miami if Miami's healthy.
True.
Yeah.
My only thing with Philly, bro. My only thing with Philly, like we always say, man, it's Embiid health, bro. Like every time the playoffs come around, this nigga is hurt. I mean, it's not his fault. It be injuries, bro.
They need that third.
That's why they need a third guy. Embiid, we know what you can do in the regular season, bro. We know when you're healthy, you can be the best player in the world when you're healthy. We saw it this year before you got injured. We know what your ceiling is, bro. Preserve yourself. Let Maxey and PG or whoever you bring in, you don't have to drop 35 a game. Maybe take it down to like 28, 30, on reduced minutes. Just preserve yourself because you don't have to carry. That's why I think they need to add third guy so he doesn't have to carry so much of a load just because of his injury history. Because we've never seen Embiid fully healthy in the postseason. We've seen him at 85% and still be dominant.
If that.
We've seen him at,
right.
Yeah,
So
if
do you
that.
think?
So
Do you think?
imagine
Do you think
Okay,
not Porzingis, but you think Embiid is pushing 30 next year, yo, and he's on the contract until he's 32 with them Philadelphia. So you think age is going to play a factor in him actually staying healthier as they progress? Because he's getting older, so his body going to break down a little faster. He's already breaking down now. So is he going to be asking this team to play 100 games? Because clearly it took Boston 100 games in order to win the championship. And so can he play 100 games in the season to win?
I think he gives you about 90. Because he's going to sit out some games. We know this, but I think conditioning, I think he has to really – there's a couple of guys that really got to improve. Embiid has to improve his conditioning. Luka has to improve his conditioning and maybe change up their strength program as well because something with Embiid, something's just not working. And then Luka clearly needs to get in better shape to finish off the deal because, yeah, he was banged up, but he ran out of gas. And we saw his lackadaisical defense at times. But as far as Embiid, I mean, yeah, the window's short. So if you're Philadelphia, you have to push all the chips to the table now and make those moves. You want to compete with Boston and eventually make a conference finals or possibly the finals.
So with Philly, do you think should they go after a big name like a PG, or should they take that money and try to split it up and get some additional wing, like actually get wing players, like go and get a Malik Monk and go and try to get a small forward and another power forward?
I think they should go after Mikal Bridges if he's available on the trade market.
Yeah, but I don't think the Nets gonna trade him.
They're not going to trade him now. They're not going to trade him now. They're not going to trade him now, but they will eventually, because we all know how the Nets are. They just trash it. They wear on star players, and star players as soon as they get there, they want to get the fuck up out of there.
Honestly, I see them trading Cam Thomas before they trade him.
Well,
Yeah,
Cam
Cam
Thomas
Thomas
he only got one more year in that contract, and then he got
That's
a
what
restricted free agent right after that. So he might be a movable piece. Malik Bridges he got 2 more, and then he's a free agent, so he ain't going nowhere.
Until next year when he's on that expiring contract, when he's on that last year of the deal, that's when he's probably
Now them paying your boy Ben Simmons all that damn money not to do nothing. I'm sure somebody will take that contract or the player.
Hold on. I thought we was talking about basketball. Why are we talking about Instagram models? The fuck we doing here? the fuck we doing here? I thought we was talking about hoops. Like when we start talking about Instagram models, because that's all the fuck he does, man. That's all he does.
Look, bro. Ben Simmons got more minutes with Louis Vuitton than he do with the NBA, bro. Come on, man. Let's be for real, bro.
Shit.
I'm just saying
he put in more minutes in the summer than he do in the fall. We'll say that much.
Straight up.
So let me ask you a real question. So I know, you asked about PG. Is PG really worth trading for right now, yo? Like, is he not getting towards the latter part of his good years? Right now. I mean, everyone's throwing
like
his name out there. But is it worth getting?
PG, what, 34?
He like 35?
34. I think he's 34. I think he's 34.
But here's the thing about Paul George. Paul George is one of the best catch and shoot players in the NBA. That's exactly what Philadelphia
needs. And he's a two-way player on top of that too.
Mm-hmm. So for Philadelphia, it might be worth the money. It might be worth the money for Philadelphia just because with Embiid, Embiid's going to command double teams, and Maxey can get to the rim at any time. So Paul George is going to have a lot of open looks. So for Philadelphia, it might be worth it, but for other teams, probably not.
Yeah.
For Philly, it's worth it because you get all those things that T mentioned, and Paul can still defend. Maybe not the level that it was 5 years ago, but he can still defend.
He's still gonna be a good two-way player, no matter what.
Me personally, I go for Ingram. I go for the younger player. That's just me personally, because Paul George, when it comes to crunch time, I mean, I understand in this moment you probably go to Embiid and Maxey, but I just like the fact that the Clippers still haven't gotten done. Hell, they've added more players, and that team has actually regressed over the years. Right. So it's like he's been the guy. He's been the one that's took a step back to Kawhi. He's been the guy that he's trying to lead. He's been the guy that's trying to like be a complimentary player. It just hasn't really worked out for him. So I just take a flyer on Ingram, who's still younger and he still has a little bit more to prove, and it's still a bucket like PG. So that's just me.
Mm-hmm. Honestly,
if that's all the case, why didn't the Clippers beat the Mavs, yo? If they had all that, I know Kawhi set out.
I said they didn't have Kawhi, man.
They didn't have Kawhi.
Yeah, but you got Russell Westbrook out there. You got Harden out there. You got
Harden,
bro. Players. I mean, do you really need Kawhi when you got Paul George, Russell Westbrook, and Harden on your team?
Yeah, yes, you do, because James Harden doesn't show up after Game 4.
Yes.
You need Kawhi. Kawhi is someone that has closed games before in the playoffs. He's been the most impactful player. He's a 2-time Finals MVP. James Harden has not shown up like that in the playoffs. Westbrook, like for what the Clippers were, he was like most valuable off like as the sixth man for that team. It worked for them like throughout the regular season. Those three without Kawhi was not going to beat Luka, Kyrie, and even like the role players that the Mavs have. It didn't work. And we saw that even like in the Game 5 of that series where the Mavs blew them out in LA. So that just showed you that like without Kawhi they're not you can't keep that core together. Mm-mm.
So do you keep all those aging stars on your team as the Clippers would, or will you just ship them all out and try to get what you can for them all?
Well, they probably gonna keep Kawhi.
Because, my fault, BT. But I was gonna say because they open up a new stadium, you have to sell.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna say.
Fans some type of star player.
Yep. You're right. Yep.
I feel like Kawhi and Harden are going to be there for sure. Russ, I don't know. PG, I don't know. But they're going to at least keep 2 out of 4 for sure.
And honestly, for them, it's smart to try to tough that out anyway, because you really don't have a lot of picks on top of that too, because that PG trade, you literally gave a lot of your future away to OKC.
OKC, yeah.
But yeah, I saw a pick with DeJounte Murray and Kawhi Leonard. It just makes you think, because DeJounte Murray could be on the trade market.
DeJounte, he's from the West Coast.
Yeah, he's from Seattle.
He's from Seattle. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
it makes you wonder, man, because DeJounte, either trade DeJounte or both are going to be on the move at some point in the next year or so.
Clippers do got some young pieces. Clippers do got some young pieces too that they've been trying to hang on for years.
Terrence Mann, I think what's that guy, Boston? I think is his name.
They got Bones Highland. They still got Bones Highland.
Yeah,
but he a headache, man.
Yeah.
God damn.
So staying in the West, I do have another question for y'all in terms of the Suns. You think the Suns can make it with the Durant, Beal, Booker three-headed monster, or do they got to just blow up the rest of the team to get those three guys some more support? But can they even afford it, because they paying these guys good money between three dudes? I mean,
Phoenix is stuck. Phoenix is stuck, and it's not because of the money. It's because Bill has a no trade clause. So you just can't trade him anywhere for what you actually need. And that's the problem they ran into when they made the trade in the first place.
Yep.
Because in theory, it looked good on paper, but what I keep telling people, and when it comes to football and NBA, is like you gotta stop acting like this is Madden and 2K. Like you're gonna play video games and then there's no injuries and shit like that, and you're just gonna be trying to score all day. There's actually like real life factors that go into these teams. Like you got to deal with injuries, and Bill has a big injury history. Then like all of a sudden Booker's starting to get nicked up from like early on in the season. And this is actually when KD had his healthiest year in like 5 years, because he played over 70 games. And the problem is when they traded for Bill, it's like you pretty much traded for a great value Booker. And that's what you didn't need. You needed like some defense. You needed like some more depth. But just because the owner's son was Bill's agent, they was like, hell yeah, we're going to do some shicey shit and make this deal happen. And now they're paying for it, because you saw in the playoffs, Bill can't do shit with Ant-Man. Bill can't do shit with nobody. Like he was actually forgotten sometimes when you saw him in the playoffs. So, I mean, they're going to try.
More productive than Bill.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like the Suns, they gonna try tweak the roster as much as they can, I guess, for the defensive side. But if they don't force Bill to come off the bench instead of trying to be a point guard and get a true point guard, Suns, they can be, if they're healthy regular season wide, like fringe play-ins at 7 to like 4 seed. But until they address a point guard, they're really not going to be quote unquote real contenders. On paper they be contenders, but they won't be real contenders because they got so many holes that you can exploit if you're if you're like the OKC Thunder, you can exploit their weaknesses. Minnesota already showed that they can exploit their weaknesses, and Denver's still going to give them a good go in like a 7-game series. So unless they can do something with that Bill contract, they stuck, and you just going to hope for like an aging KD to be heroic, and you're going to be hoping for a Booker to have like a JB Tatum moment when he actually finds the ceiling and break through that joint.
Here's what's going to happen with Phoenix: either Kevin Durant's going to request a trade out, or they're going to ship Devin Booker out, because Devin Booker is their best trade piece. And I've already seen it on Twitter, and I think
you trade one.
Don't be surprised if the Knicks. Don't be surprised if the Knicks try to get Devin Booker.
Oh, if Booker gets traded, then they gotta trade KD out of that joint too. Then because there won't be no point. You might as well at that point. You might as well try to get as many picks as you can, because KD and Bill not winning you no fucking title. I can tell you that right now. I can tell you that right now. And y'all know I'm a KD fan.
Playoff series.
Well, they can't even win a series without Bill, so I'm not even thinking about fucking like winning those series and shit. Like,
so Dre, if KD requests out, or where do you think KD can realistically go to finish his career, possibly compete for a championship?
Milwaukee.
He won't go to Milwaukee. They won't. They don't get it.
Yeah, they do. What's
they
the
just
point?
don't.
I know a team.
I'm about to say, I know, BT, I know what you're thinking.
I know a team.
One will be OKC because they just got the assets that Phoenix need. They need. Yep. You can see the Lakers try and make a move for him.
Yeah.
You can see the Clippers try and make a move for him. They want to get rid of a star.
Miami got money. They can go there and get him too.
Is Pat Riley gonna finally get the right Kevin there?
Beat the allegations, Godfather. Beat the allegations. Beat the allegations, Godfather.
But if they want to do something really funny though, they should try to get him to Minnesota for real.
Oh.
They should try to get him to Minnesota for real.
Oh.
You think they'll do that, yo, and break up that chemistry with all these boys, and then they got
fuck the fake towers in Minnesota.
What?
Trade cat.
Hey, they call Minnesota the Twin Cities, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Twin Cities got twin hoes on that roster, and one of them or both of them need to go.
Yeah, but they gave us so much to get to your boy.
That's their fault. That's their fault.
So much.
That's their fault. That's their fault. That's their fault.
Damn their whole team they gave up to get that man.
If you want to give up 5 picks for a fake defensive player of the year candidate, then that's on your GM. That's on your GM.
I'm just saying, bro. That trade was crazy. It was like, you really giving up that much for him?
Yeah.
That's on them.
Messed up the trade market too, man. That's crazy.
Oh yeah.
Let's fuck the trade market.
What you want? Take what you want. We what you want the player.
And respect to Utah though. I would have did the same thing.
Easily.
Bring him in.
I'm like, think about it. You had just given up Donovan Mitchell, so you needed asset. You needed stuff. You needed assets back.
Yep.
So,
Danny
Let me get that.
Man.
Let me get that.
But Booker gets traded, and KD, just like how they did with the how the Nets did with the Kyrie situation. As soon as Kyrie got traded, KD's not too far behind, because realistically, if you're not giving KD a realistic shot trying to win at this moment, then even if he wants to get traded or not, he's gonna get traded out of there. So Phoenix just gonna have to make some business decision this summer to see which route they're gonna go.
Yeah, another place I can see KD, bro, is in New York. He can be a Knick.
No.
Knicks make some moves. I can see him going.
No.
I'm just reading.
No. Tim gonna have that man on another damn torn ACL. Hell no.
KD at 37 playing 48 minutes a night, some nasty ass agenda shit, bro.
No, that's crazy.
You gonna slap Tibbs? Hell no.
Like, Tibbs need to relax with that, bro.
No, like Tibbs. No, because it's crazy. As soon as they was like, yeah, we about to get Tibbs this extension, player after player started crumbling during that series like clockwork. like literally OG, Josh, Hartenstein, Jalen. I was like, God damn. And they had the nerve to put, OG back out there like a wounded deer. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves, man.
Oh my God, him running up the floor, bro. Oh my God.
Hey yo, y'all remember when y'all played 2K and y'all know your players hurt, so all he could do was just limp up the court, bro. That's what he looked like, man.
Stop saying a war criminal, bro.
Like if you want a player to lose his prime, send him to wherever that nigga is at, bro. Cause
in 2K, when the fourth quarter starts, all of your players start with the Gatorade bottle over your head. That's the rule.
But you know what's
And
about to
Tibbs
happen.
ignoring that shit.
But you know what's about to happen as far as coaching with the Knicks. Thibodeau gonna keep doing this shit. He gonna keep running and having these players get their minutes added up. He gonna get fired, and then he gonna go. And what the Knicks gonna do? They gonna offer the bag to Dan Hurley. That's
Hey, y'all want?
Oh,
Hey, y'all want?
man, come
No.
on.
Dan ain't going there. Nah.
Yes, he is. Yes, he would. Yes, he would. Yes, he would. Yes, he would.
If the Knicks give him $90 million for 6 years, he's going. He's going. If they make him either the highest paid and the highest paid coach in the league, or even like second or third highest, he's going.
And Dolan would do that.
I put it like this. Don't let UConn three-peat and the Knicks regress this year.
Yeah.
See what happened.
Yeah.
Now, can I say this? Dan Hurley will definitely go to the Knicks, and he'll definitely go to Boston. Boston never needed a coach, which they probably won't, but he's a Northeast guy. So it's either going to be New York or Boston if he was going to move up to the NBA. But Missoula's not going anywhere anytime soon. So,
you know what I see Dan Hurley would be great at, if he was a coach of Philadelphia, because that team is structured similar to what he has at UConn.
But they got Nick Nurse there. Nick Nurse there.
They're not letting go of Nick Nurse.
It's the NBA. They fire coaches left and right. I mean, you see what the Lakers be doing every year.
They're not about to let go of Nick Nurse.
Yeah, not Nick Nurse.
Nuh-uh. They're not about to let go of Nick Nurse. Nick Nurse is certified, bro. Nick Nurse is certified, bro.
The fact
We
that
thought Doc Rivers was
Philadelphia
certified too, but he keep on getting fired. So
Certified in what?
Certified in what? He thought he was certified when he went with Boston.
Certified in what?
It's your boy ain't won nothing since, yo.
Certified in blowing 3-2 lead, 3-0 lead, 3-1 lead.
Just saying.
He's certified in that.
Hey, yo, drop Malachi. He say something
Hey
else
man,
like that,
I don't know, man. But
at the same point in time, Milwaukee picked this man up halfway through the season.
Hey, look,
it got worse
to be their coach.
Exactly,
he's worth something to somebody.
Look,
so it's not far fetched.
Look, Malachi,
it's very far fetched.
What I'm about to say right now is some real nasty work. But the way Doc Rivers be blowing leads, he's certified on his knees. That's the only thing he's certified.
Hey, fam. Tech, bro. Tech, my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yo.
It's all good.
Hey, yo.
Hey, Dave, man. Hey, Spade.
I'll take the fine.
Bro, what is up with y'all niggas tonight, bro? Y'all niggas is wild.
Hey, bro.
Yo, it wasn't
like a shadow band, bro. You can go shadow band us, bro.
Hey, I'm sorry. Let me cook.
We got one nigga talking about juggling the balls. Then this nigga talking about on leave. Like,
we starting to look like Elon Musk's Twitter right now, man.
Fake ass Tony Stark. Fuck Elon Musk, bro.
Hey,
oh man.
Oh shit.
The really back end, Dave. I got this question for you, yo. So why did Hurley not take that Lakers job? What was up with him not wanting that?
Hey, I'll answer this. The Lakers are a shit show, bro. Genie Buzz, Jim Buzz, Rob Pelinka got Jerry Buzz. God rest his soul, rolling his grave, bro. Their upper management is a disgrace. And the secret around the NBA, believe it or not, the Lakers are broke. Their ownership is broke.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And who want to coach that team anyway?
But Malachi, not to cut you off, BT, but Malachi.
No, you good.
Dan Hurley is a Jersey guy. He got a good thing going at UConn. To go all the way out to LA and to kind of like start something there with a 39-year-old LeBron, and AD, who we hope can stay healthy again. I know he played. I don't know. He played like at least 65 games this past year, right? I think.
Yeah, he played like 70. I think.
Yeah, he actually played 70.
He played a
Yeah.
full season.
So, but still, to go out and like start something new there, where you have a really good thing going at UConn, and there's very few like legendary coaches or like other like programs that can like rival you right now at UConn. So you have a good thing. You have a really good chance to go back to the Final Four and to possibly three-peat. So why leave that? And one, Dan Hurley's personality is not an NBA of an NBA coach, because like all that, like Dan Hurley's like personality, like how he like motivates his players, like the screaming and yelling, and how he gets on the refs and all like kind of just the antics that he has as a coach, that fits the college basketball style. Whereas in the NBA, a players league, the coach is not the face of the franchise or like the face of the team. It's the players. Like, so how he communicates may not translate to the NBA. I know like the schemes, like how his offense and like the defensive schemes, that would translate, but like how he communicates with players, I feel like that's not gonna.
And let's be real. As soon as that man has a 3-game losing streak, he already gonna be saying pink slip.
Yeah,
pink slip.
That's all about to say, man. Like, who want to coach that team, bro? Because if you win, you don't get no credit. Yeah. If you lose, you get all the blame. Ain't nobody trying to be stressed like that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Plus,
I don't fuck with him, but I don't blame him for not taking that job. You feel me? Like, that was a smart decision.
So they got rid of Phil Jackson. They've had a new coach every 3 years, which is this upper management. And when I say the Lakers are broke, what I mean is that they're a family-run business. They don't have a lot of outside investors, literally just the Buss family. But because they don't have multiple investors, they don't have as much, plus they still got to pay Darvin Ham. I think they're still paying Frank Vogel.
They're still playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are. Yeah. They're still playing Vogel. Yeah.
So when you're a family-run business and you don't have a lot of outside investments like some of these other teams, you're not going to spend for a Dan Hurley like maybe the Knicks would, because the Knicks have multiple investors and they're loaded, or some of these other team. Like the Lakers are a family-run business, and because they're a family-run business, Jeannie Buss does whatever the hell she wants to do, because Jim Buss was the scapegoat for a while and everybody was so happy when Jeannie Buss took over. But truth be told, Jeannie Buss ain't shit either. She got that one championship in the bubble, but since then it's been a disaster. It's been a complete shit show.
And honestly, she owed that joint to Magic, because let's be real, they didn't saw LeBron going to LA on some basketball shit.
Right.
Let's be completely honest. They sold that man on some like everything when it came to his profile and his businesses and shit like that. That's the reason why they was able to get Brian on the last third of his career to play with some young niggas before they had to trade all the young pieces away to get like AD and stuff like that. So it wasn't like, because remember, there was a time where they just thought every free agent was going to go to LA like it was back in the day. But Paul George spurned them. Kawhi didn't go over there. Like DeRozan still ain't go over there. Like all these stars that Jimmy Butler, like all these free agents that y'all could have had, ain't none of them went to the purple and gold. And the only reason why Brown went there, because he's like, yeah, I'm trying to make Space Jam 2. So what's up?
Yeah, I was about to say that, bro. Space Jam 2 came out right in 2021.
Yeah.
Right after he got there, he was on the mission.
Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, Lakers are a joke, man. BT, bro, I hate it for your boy, bro.
Hey, I'm about to say that ain't my team. I don't give a fuck about them.
I'm about to say BT don't care about that shit.
That I care about over there. I don't give a fuck about that team.
BT just gets on League Pass just to see Bron drop his 25, then he goes to bed, bro.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll be damned.
So I'm gonna ask y'all this question, and I hate to ask the question. Who do you know? And we might have alluded to this earlier. I mean, is there anybody that can really challenge the Celtics next year, yo? Like truly challenge them next year, what they have now?
All right. I'm gonna give you two teams real quick. I'm gonna give you. It depends on who they re-sign back, but y'all have nobody for the Joker, bro. Y'all have nobody for Joker.
Yeah.
So if Denver gets to the finals against y'all, he gonna put up some numbers.
Yeah.
Now y'all can shut down Murray with with Derek White and Drew Holiday, but Joker gonna make things hard for y'all. Pause. And maybe if they stay healthy, bro, Philly depends on who they sign for their third star can get y'all problems too. But
I'll say
other
this
than
about
that,
Denver.
nah.
My fault, BT. I'll say about Denver. The way they lost Bruce Brown, there's been rumblings I've seen on Twitter. Somebody might sign KCP to like a Bruce Brown type deal. Denver has already lost. You lose a Bruce Brown, then you possibly could lose a KCP. Denver's going to lose depth because they're starting to enter that quote unquote second apron. When you pay Michael Porter Jr. $40 million a year, and he stinks it up against Minnesota. That's the consequences. And then they have to develop a bench because Denver doesn't have a lot of depth, especially in the front line. Now, Joker can get his numbers, but if you can neutralize Aaron Gordon, then you can beat Denver. They don't have a lot of depth behind them. Philadelphia, I'll throw a wild card out there. I think Minnesota, just because of their size.
I was about to say them too.
If they make the right moves, because it's really about matchups. We've seen this postseason. It's really been about matchups because Minnesota was a great matchup for Denver, but they did not match up well with Dallas. Dallas did not match up well with Boston, but I think Denver would match up well with Boston.
Yeah.
Minnesota was Boston. Not this year's team, but Minnesota adds another scorer with their size because you look at Minnesota's lineup, Jason Tatum's going to have to guard Cat. Now, if this is going to be all about Cat's mindset, Cat should take Jason Tatum to the block every single time.
Every time, bro.
But that's not about to happen.
No. But here's the thing, though. It might because the reason why Minnesota really beat Phoenix like that because Cat was that mismatch against KD. Because as good as KD is offensively, he's just too skinny to guard somebody like Cat. So that's where Cat was actually aggressive in that series. But when you saw him play against Denver and against Dallas, when you could put like a Gaffer, a Lively, or any other like player with length or size or in the homo, it's like Cat is like all of a sudden it's like I just want to shoot threes all day, and then he's not the quote unquote best 7-foot shooter ever. I don't know why he thought that about himself, but he's not that guy when it comes to all that shooting three. Now, me personally, if they make the right moves, I'm going with OKC because SGA.
It really depends on what they do.
Yep.
But because I put them in the same boat of Minnesota. I put them if Minnesota or OKC make like two good moves in this offseason, then we could talk about because they got the youth, they got the wing players, they got the size. So it's like we just gotta see what they do for like depth, and they're gonna get like a third scorer for those teams.
To be completely
I'll throw one more team in there. And it depends, one, on the coach, and two, they make pieces. But I think the Knicks aren't scared of Boston. Now, I think Boston would beat the Knicks, but the Knicks are going to give them – they're going to win a game or two just off of effort.
Yep, they're going to get them hell.
And I hate to say it, but I don't like the Knicks, but the Knicks will mentally challenge Boston and physically challenge them as well. Yeah, and it really just depends on Tibbs. Can they develop a bench?
Hey, T, you want to know something? I'm gonna say this because I think what happened this postseason was a setup. I think Tibbs ran Julius Randle to the ground on purpose so he couldn't play him in the playoffs. Cause you see that offense open up when he's not on the floor.
And also, Randle could be trade bait.
Yep.
Yeah.
They're gonna flip him.
Yeah,
they're gonna flip him.
I feel like you have to. They're
gonna flip him.
But what would you send him? What would you accept?
What team could use a Julius
in
Randle?
exchange for him?
What team could use a Julius Randle?
Nah, I'm not gonna say.
What team could use him?
I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say. Nah, cause it would be funny as fuck if they did that shit. It'd be funny as fuck if they did that shit.
New Orleans?
No, I'm about to say New Orleans.
I was thinking the same shit.
Hey, Hey, Zion, you a nasty nigga, bro. You should have been with Ryan Mills lately, bro. What? Come on,
that's
bro.
South Carolina for you, man. That's
Hey,
South
look,
Carolina
man.
for you, bro.
Look,
Something in the water,
that's a
bro.
whole
It really
different.
is.
That's a whole different topic.
Zion ain't conditioned enough to play for Tibbs. Zion is not
He
conditioned.
He conditioned all right, yo. He ain't playing.
Just not in the right way. You feel me? Like, nah, this nigga.
Nah.
I don't know.
God, Zion playing 42 minutes on the tips. Boy, he want to make it to All-Star break.
Oh, no,
That nigga ain't gonna make it to December.
Oh, shit.
He ain't gonna make it to December. He gonna be BBL 11 for the rest of the season, man.
Oh my fucking God, man. Noah, man. Hey yo.
That's 2 days.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, we about to wrap this up. Hey, we about to wrap this up. Before we go, BTT, any thoughts on the other knockout that happened this weekend? The knockout around the world. Any quick takes on that before we roll out?
When I seen Tank smile, I forgot what round it was. I said, yo, this fight over, bro. I said, yo, this fight over. And the bad thing is, bro, Frank Martin had a solid game plan in the first couple of rounds. But this nigga kept getting on the ropes. I'm like, nigga, stay off the ropes, bro. Why you on the ropes? Tank was just lining him up. You know what I'm saying? And it was a typical Tank fight. The first 3 rounds, he gonna lose.
Yeah.
He gonna gain that data to see what you're doing, and he gonna capitalize on your mistake. And he kept seeing Frank back up to them ropes. Hit that nigga with the 1-2, pop. Put that nigga to sleep, man.
Yeah, Frank is solid, but
respect to Frank though. Respect to Frank though. He did pretty good.
He didn't have enough power to really scare Tank. You know what I'm saying? He landed some decent shots, but Tank got bruised up a little bit, but nothing to really scare Tank. And Tank just kind of sat back, did what he did, and then hit him with them body shots when he was on the ropes, and that's what really did Frank Martin in. You can't stay on the ropes and eat them body shots because you just break down throughout the fight, and then he was just a sitting duck for the what Tank does. But Tank, man, I know they're talking about Lomachenko, bro, but it's time, bro.
We know the next fight gotta be, man. What the next fight gotta be.
And speaking of which, since we on this subject real quick, I'm gonna ask, do you think Tank knock out Shakur T?
He has the potential to. Do I think he will? I don't think so.
Because everybody I've been seeing talking about he gonna knock Shakur out. I'm like, bro, did y'all forget this man defense, bro?
It's gotta be one of those, like, he just catches him with one of those crazy punches, like one of those. I don't think he's just gonna like straight up like the combo he hit with Frank Martin. I don't think Shakur gonna get caught like that.
He ain't gonna be on the ropes like that for number one, not against Tank. So, I don't think he'd knock him out, bro. It would have to be like he had to catch him, like Dre said, one of them sneaky type shots to knock out Shakur. I don't think he'd knock him out though.
For sure. Man.
But that's the next fight though.
It'd be a rematch? You think a rematch?
Nah.
With Frank and Tank?
Nah.
Maybe down the road eventually.
I think Frank gonna go 140. I think Frank gonna go to 140.
Yeah, I can see at 140, but it's just Frank. I give him credit for taking the fight, but he wasn't ready for this fight at this stage in his career. He's more a younger fighter. I give him credit for even taking the fight. Like Gervonta told me he took this fight too soon.
He did take it too soon. Well, he was 18-0. Only been boxing for what, 10 years? 11 years? Yeah, he took it way too early. But it was the payday. I respect it, man. Get your money.
Yes, sir.
All right. Appreciate for the takes, fellas. All right, man. Let's see. Time to close this out, fellas. Hey, Malachi, we appreciate you coming on to the show, man. Representing your squad, man. No problem. Maybe we bring you back so you could talk about that other squad up there, New England. But I think Wild Brady ain't too much to talk about up there, ain't it?
It's not too much to talk about.
I mean, I wish I could have talked about my Bruins, but them boys lost to the Panthers. They're probably about to win. Hell, I think they play tonight, actually, yo.
Yeah, they're down 4-2. They're down 4-2 right now, so we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah.
We might have a game 6. All right, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, one team
They were up
decided
3-0 too,
one team decided to want to extend the damn series and shit. Somebody
Somebody.
I don't know, man. Connor McDavid, bro. The Kyrie on ice, bro.
man, we didn't get to it today, but we're gonna talk about Kyrie next episode.
We're gonna talk about a lot of stuff next episode.
We're gonna talk about it next episode. But look,
we gotta get talked about.
But Dave, what we always tell the people before we roll out.
Subscribe to the pod, like, share, and subscribe. We are everywhere, every single platform, YouTube, Facebook.
Hey, man. Help us so we don't get shadow banned. We need more likes and subscriptions so we don't get shadow banned.
But look, we appreciate everybody that's, been looking at the YouTube shorts and all the episodes that we put out, since, the last few months or whatever, man. We've been putting out more YouTube shorts and everything. We've been, steady on the Instagram and stuff. Myself, Dre, our boy Hector, we were at the Sky Mystics WNBA game this past Friday. It's gonna be a reel to come on that. We're gonna be back in the arenas. We're gonna be at maybe even like baseball, soccer. We're gonna be places. So just stay tuned. Follow us on Instagram, all social media platforms, except TikTok. I think that's about to get banned, so we're not on there. Yeah, man, we here. We giving you great content. Shout out to my guy Malachi for showing up today. And yeah, man.
That.
Yeah, man.
And one last thing before we go. R.I.P. Willie Mays just passed away, 93 years old.
Seen that.
Yeah, seen that.
R.I.P. man. Prayers to his family.
Yeah, most def, man. That's crazy, yo.
All right.
Appreciate y'all having me, yo. Most def.
No problem, man. No problem, man.
Your team won, bro. So it's all good.
Hey,
no problem.
We go back to back, baby. I'm saying it here right now, Guaranteed.
No.
Nah, Dave. This is what you wanted, Dave. This is what you wanted, Dave. See, see what you see. Now it's not cool. Now it's not cool.
Yeah, Sweet 17.
But
real fans around here, yo, 16 years.
But with that, shout out to the squad. We got my boy Dr. Day. We got my boy T. We got my man C-No from Charlotte. And, we got the one and only BT for the 910, man. This is Assassin 4, and we out.